Friends, welcome to a short video on the parallels and the meridians. As you know, the Earth is spherical in shape. In order to find locations on the Earth, we need certain imaginary lines for reference. These lines are called parallels and meridians. As we know, the Earth rotates on its axis, which is an imaginary line drawn through the center of the Earth. The endpoints of the axis are called poles. The point on the top is the North Pole and the point on the bottom is the South Pole. Let us see what are parallels. A set of circles drawn on the surface of a globe are called parallels. These circles run from east to west. They are also called lines of latitude. Which is the longest parallel on the Earth? Yes, it is the equator. The Earth is divided into two equal halves by drawing an imaginary line midway between the North and the South Pole called the equator. It is the longest parallel. So, the equator divides the Earth into two equal halves. The part of the Earth which lies to the north of the equator is called the northern hemisphere. The other half, known as the southern hemisphere, lies south of the equator. Now, let us see some important features of parallels. All parallels are complete circles, except for the north and the south pole. These are points. The length of the parallels decreases as we move away from the equator and towards the poles. All parallels are located at an equal distance from one another. Parallels neither touch nor cross each other. How do we mark parallels on a globe? We start to mark the parallels from the equator and mark it as 0 degrees to 90 degrees. Apart from their value, the parallels are also marked north or south according to their location. Parallels are drawn at intervals of 1 degree. There are 90 parallels in the northern and southern hemispheres each. There are 181 parallels in all, including the equator. We have seen that the equator is the longest parallel. Other than the equator, there are four other important parallels. They are the Tropic of Cancer, which is 23.5 degrees north, Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degrees south, Arctic Circle, which is 66.5 degrees north, and Antarctic Circle, which is 66.5 degrees south. The Arctic and the Antarctic circles are called the polar circles. We have discussed about the parallels. Now, let us see what are meridians. Meridians are the imaginary lines running from the north to south. These lines are drawn from pole to pole. Let us see the features of meridians. All the meridians are of the same length. The maximum distance between any two meridians is at the equator. The distance between any two meridians decreases as we move away from the equator and towards the poles. Meridians cut the parallels at right angles, which is 90 degrees. Meridians are used to measure distances in the east-west directions. Let us see what is the Prime Meridian. In 1884, it was decided to fix Greenwich, a place near London, as the starting point to number meridians. The meridian that passed through Greenwich was marked 0 degrees and named the Prime Meridian. Like the parallels, the meridians are also drawn at intervals of 1 degree. If we move away from the Prime Meridian towards the east or the west, we reach halfway around the Earth at 180 degrees. This meridian is called the 180th meridian. In total, There are 360 meridians. Now, let us see how to locate a place on the globe using the parallels and the meridians. The parallels and the meridians form a network of lines on a globe. This is called a grid. We use grids to locate places on a globe. Let us see how to find a location on a globe. To locate a place, we must know the values of its parallel or latitude and its meridian or longitude. The point at which the parallel and the meridian cross each other is the location of that place. In the image, you can see Washington DC marked on the intersection of the parallel and the meridian. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.